Hello, I'm Sarah Cabin, Vice President of Marketing for Whitman Hart and our new company. I'm here with Bob Bernard, CEO of Whitman Hart and the new company. Welcome, Bob.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great, Bob. Thanks. And Ian Small, Chief Strategy and Knowledge Officer for US Web CKS and the new company. Welcome, Ian.
Thanks, Sarah.
Glad to have you here. Many of you are probably wondering, what is Project Emerge? Project Emerge is the name we're using to describe the integration and creation process. The name of the new company will be introduced to all employees just before the public announcement on March 23rd. This is the first of several programs we're planning to keep you up to date on various aspects of our merger. We're doing these because we believe the more you know and understand about the new company we're creating, the more excited you'll be to be a part of it. And that's important because we can't create this company without you. Our main focus today will be the merger's impact on the market and what that means for you. But first, let's get an update on merger progress. Bob, can you tell us about the approach we're taking and how we're doing?
I can talk all day long.
I know you can.
The approach and how we're doing. But I think the most exciting thing is we are treating this as the single most important thing that we do this year. To integrate and operate and create this new company is the most important thing that we'll probably do, not just this year, but probably 5 to 10 years to come, because it is the foundation by which we'll be measured, and also, most importantly, the foundation from which we will build. We were talking about a number of different things, but I think first and foremost, the 5, 6 hot topics that we have turbocharged over the last week and a half have been things like, how do we operate from a consulting standpoint, all of the different disciplines, how do we manage the different offices, how do we build the most world-class creative environments, and most importantly, how do we celebrate and collaborate with all the strategists that we have all over the world so that we can bring those together for the betterment of our clients.
And let's not forget the brand. We're getting moving on the brand.
We are moving on the brand.
Absolutely.
Newco will be here. No, it's not Newco, just so everyone knows. This is not Newco.
It's a new company.
It is a brand new, it's a new breed of companies. As a matter of fact, we are pioneering something that no one has ever done before. And when you're first out there, obviously the more we can communicate, the more we can explain is so important. So as Sarah said, the company will have a new name. That means we're breaking down all barriers. And I can tell you for myself personally, if I can do it after having 16 years of pride and passion for Whitman Hart, I hope all of you can do it. And I know that Ian and Sarah both come from, Sarah, what is it, 10, 11 years?
11 years, March 20th. But who's counting?
Happy anniversary.
Thank you very much.
I can tell.
That's right, 11 years. And it's been an incredibly exciting time for the whole 11 years that I've been here. And this is the most exciting thing that has ever happened. And I'm very happy that it's going on and looking forward to bringing the whole company together. And
Well,
Ian, let's see, you've been at US Web or TKS?
Over 4 years now. I'm looking forward to a name and a brand that doesn't have punctuation in it. You know, more to the point, I'm looking forward to a brand that goes out there at a speed and a velocity, and it's got a presence out in the press that nobody who works for this company before has ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think from a brand perspective, as Sarah, you know, I mean, what we will do over the next 12 months, this brand experience and the journey that we're going to take from day one when we announce the new company, we are going to commit the resources, and equally as important, I mean, we'll be using a lot of our internal creative staff to help us launch this new company. Daryl, Hayden, and many other of the creative marketing and advertising specialists and branding specialists will be working with us during the course of the calendar year to tee this up and then to take us to greater heights during year 2000. But we'll also be working on a number of other things. In addition to the consulting operations and where our focus is on management and organization and go-to-market strategies, Ian has assembled an amazing team of about a dozen folks that have been working diligently on everything from the immediate elevator pitch to the most important complex things like how are we going to reinvent this business to create new markets for our clients, to inspire them to take on the challenges as well as the risks, and that we manage those risks for them because they know, our clients know, that we're going to be there throughout the entire journey of reinventing their business or creating new businesses. And that team is doing some amazing things. We're also building the strategies around our hosting and managed services capabilities, leveraging our alliances of both of our clients, not just from a go-to-market strategy standpoint, but also from an education and career development perspective. And all of those are wrapped around the umbrella of one key thing, and that is to turbocharge bringing the new company together. So we're going to immediately operate this company and to leverage our strengths. We're going to integrate the best of class that we already have, that we've already built over the number of years together. And most importantly, many new things are going to come out of this integration process and operate process. And that is really depicted in Project Emerge in one clear, I think, and concise term, and that is create new opportunities for everyone, create new service offerings, create new disciplines, create new education, create new career opportunities so we can move our professional staff from one level today to the next level. Because as we go from 8,000 people to 12, 13, 15,000 professionals, we're going to create some excitement that we haven't even realized today, that we haven't even conceived today. And I think that's something that is so important for us to keep in the forefront of our minds.
Absolutely, and obviously, putting this thing together, it's a complicated undertaking, and we've retained some outside consultants who I think are really going to help us with that. Even though we've got the bulk of the people doing the work coming from inside the company, I'll talk about that in a moment. It's important for people to know we brought in Hewitt & Associates, who's world-class, people and culture-oriented firm to really help us with that. Talk about them in a moment. Price Pritchett, a world-class merger and acquisition strategist who really understands how you can put these kind of companies together. And finally, a great company that I've only just gotten to know, and you've known for some time, a bunch of guys called Fourth Floor Consulting. And they're really helping us execute this process, facilitating it, helping us structure the process, bringing us the insight of what's been done before so that we're not having to invent things that other companies have already figured out as best practices in the merger process. I mean, the real goal here is, through this process, we want to make sure we continue the momentum with our clients and retain the incredible staff we have in both companies. I mean, we've got the best people going, and we want to retain them through this. We want to show them where we're going. And the end product's got to be a new company that fundamentally has a great environment to work in, has great clients and great work to work on, and has great people to work with.
And the way that we do that is things like today. Mm-hmm. The most specific communication tools that we could take advantage of. These type of venues, as well as the voicemail systems and emails, and just getting out all over the world to talk to people. I mean, we want to make certain that you clearly understand our commitment is to you for open communication, for honest communication, whether we have small little failures that make us ultimately successful along the way, or we're hitting home runs right out of the box. The most important thing is that collaborative effort of communication, communication, communication. We don't want you to find out something in a newspaper or in a periodical of any kind. We want to make certain that we're talking to you direct and giving you the insight that you deserve, because all we are is people in this company, as Ian talked about. We want to inspire that greatness. We don't want to be inhibiting it or hinder what you believe in. And the reason why you took the job with us in the first place, the reason why you came to us and made a commitment, whether it was to US Web, whether it was to CKS, MMG, Whitman Hart, whatever. As NewCo goes forward and a new company is formed, we want to make certain that you're a key part of it, and that openness is something that I am personally going to make certain that we are dedicated to for all of our valued employees.
Right, and I think one of the key things that we're employing right now to help us understand the different cultures, different ways that we can work together, is the cultural assessment that was launched by Whitman Hart and US Web CKS with the help of Hewitt & Associates last week. Let's talk a little bit about the different cultures and how we see them coming together.
Well, think about this. I got word when I just got back, Ian and I and others were at a creative summit over the last 2 days under the guidance and leadership of Tom Suter. I was traveling back from New York, and I already got an email message that said we had over 1,500 people respond to the cultural survey in the first day alone, out of the close to 9,000 employees between the two companies. And what I really think that says is a number of different things. First and foremost, they want to participate in creating the new company. Secondly is they want their voice to be heard, and they have insights and inputs, and we believe without a question that that can help to mold the new company so that we take those differences of cultures and bring those into the context of creating the new organization going forward.
Right, and I think too, let's talk a little bit about how we're staffing Project Emerge. There are groups that are helping make sure that we're looking at it from the perspective of all the different parts of the organization. There's an international oversight group, there is a creative group, there are different areas of focus. Let's talk about that a little bit.
I think the most important thing that we're trying to do there is, we recognize that asking our staff to trade off between clients and the merger process isn't being fair to them, it's not being fair to their clients. we've really tried to put together teams in Project Emerge that bring the best of both worlds so that we get people from out in the client-facing organization, people who really understand what it takes. We're bringing them in and trying to get them dedicated to this effort. In the places where some of those people, they're too important, they can't get themselves out of the client engagements, we're really setting them up to be subject matter experts, where for the period of a day we can bring them in and really have a focused input session where we can get the information we need from those people on the front lines. So this combination of people from the client face, people from headquarters, people from all of our support functions, but really trying to set them up to succeed by getting them as dedicated as possible to this effort and backfilling. If we can't, then get them in these organized, focused input sessions where we can get them in and then get them back to the client so we're not asking them to make the trade-off.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that the important thing to note also is that as we started to assemble the teams for the Operate, Integrate, and Create organization, we had literally over 1,000 people that responded and said, you know what, I've always wanted to be involved with something like this, and whether I'm a subject matter expert, as you said, Ian, or the fact that I actually have experience in this area, and right now I'm doing something else currently, but I really would love to hopefully impact and shape and create the new company. So we've had people coming from all different walks of life, all different experiences, and I think what it really says to me is that we know that we've got something here that is amazing, and that we've got people that are passionate about it, and the fact that we have the commitment from the executive management teams of both companies, and that we've picked amazing people to lead this company going forward, and that's inspiring great people that are out in the field or in their corporate entity, functional departments, from sales and business development, from marketing and finance and accounting and so on. I mean, we just got great people that really realize that this is something that is going to be amazing, and that commitment that's there for our people, whether it's full-time. I think we have 150 plus people that are working on the integration, and they will be there, and they're going to pull in the subject matter experts.
Absolutely.
And that's what I think is to your point, I think that's impacting.
They're going to get bigger and smaller over the course of the year, too, because, I mean, this isn't like a 6-week project. We're expecting these teams are going to get engaged at different levels and different matters over the course of the rest of the year. And so even people today say, oh, I haven't, been involved yet. Well, it's not like it's not too late. No, people will still be reaching out 3 months from now. Now we need some people to help us figure out how to do this. That's what creating a new company is about.
So remember, coming to a theater near you, when we do ask. So this is not a one-time event, as Ian said. When we do ask for your help or your assistance, please participate, because, it's your company. It's not my company, it's not Ian's company, Sarah's, or whoever's. It's our company now, and I can't stress that enough. If we don't participate, if you're not involved or not engaged, it really hurts in the long term. The more we can go from 3 people to 5 people to 4,000 people to 10,000 people that are engaged, that are passionate about this, the better we're going to make this for all of us, from a personal perspective, from a professional perspective, and ultimately for the financial perspective of literally anyone that we touch, whether it's a family member, our shareholders, the institutions that are out there that believe in us and will continue to believe in us as we go forward. The most important piece is that we describe that passion in a way that's not just verbal, but it's in our actions. And we got to lead by example. And we need 9,000-10,000 people leading by example, not just one.
Absolutely. We should talk about our clients, though, because, that's where this stuff all comes together.
We keep hearing that our clients are excited about the merger. To better understand why they're so excited, we decided to talk to a few of them. We went to FAO Schwarz, a US Web CKS client in New York, and Super Shuttle, a Whitman Hart client in Phoenix. We also talked with employees at the Mitchell-Madison Group, US Web CKS's recently acquired strategy group, to hear about one of their clients. First, Super Shuttle. This company operates the familiar blue and yellow vans that provide airport transportation in more than 24 cities. And they're now serving customers better and saving hundreds of thousands of dollars a year with an online reservation system created by Whitman Hart.
In 1983, Super Shuttle started with 10 blue and yellow vans at the LAX airport, and now we're in 16 cities and 24 airports. When we first launched the site, we were taking approximately 50 reservations per day. Now we take anywhere from 200 to 800 reservations in a single day. An internet reservation looks exactly like a regular reservation that's made over the telephone. It's stored in the same system, has the same data, and is transported the same way. Each vehicle has a GPS sensor in it, so that the dispatcher can look at where the vehicle is in relation to where the pickup is.
For the Super Shuttle application, we used Microsoft technology using an NT platform and also deployed our DCAA to speed the process to market.
Whitman Hart actually finished the project on time and under budget. They were very flexible in meeting our needs. We saved $2 per online reservation because of phone costs as well as labor costs.
I'm very excited about the merger that's coming up with US Web CKS because I believe it'll give us more of a worldwide presence and also allow both companies to provide a more total end-to-end solution.
At Super Shuttle, we're excited about the merger and the creativity that they bring to the table. This puts us ahead of our competition.
Next, we went to the Mitchell-Madison Group to hear about one of their clients, a company that is a worldwide leader in financial services.
I'm Sandeep Tyagi. I'm a partner in what was the Mitchell-Madison Group in New York City. I primarily work with the financial institutions and I've worked with the retail companies as well. For the last several years I've been doing work in the strategy, risk management and revenue enhancement area. And more recently I've been involved in some of our e-commerce work and thinking about how we can go and deploy our expertise in that area. Let me give you some examples of the kind of work we have been doing for a very large financial institution. It is a Fortune 50 company. We have been involved in working with them in terms of thinking through all the transitions that are happening in the e-commerce world. So we've been helping them think through the impact of internet on financial products and services, as well as how it could be deployed internally to make them more cost efficient and make them more productive as a company. As a result of the work that we did for them, we have launched 3 new products, and in the very first 4 months of the launch, they achieved their full year targets for what they had planned out to do. They have added on close to $200 million of receivable in these 4 months, and they have added on about 1 million new customers as part of this project as well. In terms of measuring the value of what we do for our clients, a typical benchmark we use or keep in our head is we should deliver at least 20 times the fees that we are charging to our clients in a very short period of time, something like order of magnitude a year. We consciously make sure that we are delivering bottom line results to our clients.
Finally, let's hear from FAO Schwarz. US Web CKS helped this famous toy store create a new and exciting online presence. Their website is now the 3rd largest profit center in the entire company. To learn how they did it, we talked to Jennifer Townsend, the company's Vice President of New Media.
FAO Schwarz is a 138-year-old company. The company has maintained 42 stores throughout the United States. We also have a strong catalog business and an internet website that was founded in 1995. It's like walking into Wonderland when you walk into one of our stores. What we really felt we needed to do was translate our unique store experience to the web. US Web was the best partner to help us do that. According to Forrester Research, $253 million was spent on toys online in 1999. They are projecting that in 2000, that number will increase to $610 million. FAO.com is a very critical part of FAO Schwarz's overall business. It is now our 3rd largest store. We'd love to eventually be able to add more and more SKUs available online. In fact, we would like to be able to offer just as many SKUs in any one of our stores online. The timing really could not be any better for the merger between US Web CKS and Whitman Hart. Just as we've completed a lot of our front-end work and ready to delve into the technology aspects of the business, this merger comes along, so it's been music to our ears. We think this is really going to complete the digital equation for us. Whitman Hart's expertise in the business-to-business arena is a wonderful complement to US Web CKS's expertise in the business-to-consumer areas. We're really looking forward to leveraging that knowledge base and working with them in the future to increase our business in that area. We can't say enough good things about our experience with US Web CKS. In fact, we consider them more of a business partner than as a vendor.
You've just heard about 3 satisfied clients, in some ways very similar, and in some ways they couldn't be more different. Yet, all are eager to benefit from our merger. Bob and Ian, could you say that this is typical of what we're seeing with other clients?
Absolutely, Sarah. The market is seeking a new kind of partner, a professional services company that understands that the customer comes first and the customer means everything. A company that can help design and build and create an integrated business enterprise, one that reaches far into the supply chain for the most impacting benefit, bottom line benefit for their clients. A great example of that would be the Christmas or holiday season. How many of us know personally or sent great Christmas presents that we thought were purchased over the internet, but only to arrive with a great email under the Christmas tree? That's just one example of a soft launch of a great commerce idea that didn't touch the entire supply chain, didn't understand that the customer means everything, and loyalty over the internet is only as good as what? Your last click. Making certain that the entire value chain is connected. So from the time you order all the way back to the manufacturer, that they understand that the commitment has to be there for the ultimate benefit to the consumer.
Not just consumer-oriented commerce. The most important characteristics of successful B2B hubs are going to be the creation of a market clearing mechanism that really works, the creation of a brand that lets people know that they're out there and they exist, but also fundamentally the integration of their systems with the systems of both the suppliers who push product out through the hub and the customers who are procuring through that hub. That integration is going to be key to the success of those companies.
Great, thank you. Ian, do you think that based on that all of our clients are seeking the disciplines that we have within our new company, strategy, marketing, creative, and technology?
I think our most advanced clients truly understand what that can deliver for them. They truly understand the power of integration that we bring. They want to work with our disciplines. Is it happening everywhere? Not yet. We think it's going to happen, though, throughout the chain as we really start to deliver that value proposition that we know comes from the integration of those disciplines. And it's really powerful, it's a great thing to put together, and it's a blast to work on.
You know, Ian, really with this merger, we're positioning ourselves a little bit ahead of market demands rather than being behind it. So I think we're in a really great position. You know, with our emphasis on internet opportunities, though, how will we balance within our organization all the disciplines that we bring to bear with the new company of strategy, marketing, creative, and technology?
Well, I think, Sarah, the obvious answer to me is the fact that we're the strongest. When we come together as a team, we can impact our clients more than anybody else in the world. And I don't think that it's a question of being a numbers game, how many people in what specific area of discipline. What I think the benefit is that we have an opportunity, whether we're creating a brand, we can see it all the way through. We can see the ultimate benefit, whether it's acquiring new businesses, acquiring new clients, creating more profit to the bottom line of our valued clients. And then on the other side, if we're building strategies for our clients, we can actually see how technology will impact those strategies, how creating new brands will impact those technologies, and most importantly, our valued employees will carry this all the way through. So it's not just one-off projects. There's no more siloed mentality anymore. It's enterprise thinking, it's more holistic thinking, and most importantly, it's the total value proposition that we bring to the betterment of our clients.
Absolutely. We've got to get to the point where we bring our clients the solutions that are best suited to their business needs and the challenges that are facing them. We've got to balance all the things that we do to do that. When we do that, we're going to do the best work. The best work means our employees are going to work on the most exciting clients and the most exciting work that's out there today. That's what everybody wants to do.
You know, in the video that we saw earlier with FAO Schwarz, Jennifer Townsend, their VP of New Media, indicated that they were bringing their suppliers and vendors, or needed to bring their suppliers and vendors to their website. Ian, is that typical of what we're seeing with clients?
As an innovator, FAO Schwarz is exactly what we expect to see over the coming years. They truly understand that being able to fulfill their brand promise means being able to think of their business holistically. They've got to get the supply chain right if they want to fulfill on the brand. And that's really at the core of what they're at. They also understand that customers are only one piece of the equation. That relationships and interaction with their supply chain and their suppliers is just as important.
I agree 100%, Ian. And it's also interesting to see that in just a short period of time, the third largest store is e-tailing. And the opportunity for them to take that number 3 to number 1 and even probably go well beyond their expectations over the next couple of years is all paramount to making certain that entire value chain that they have developed and that they clearly understand the impact and what that brings to the bottom line. And the bottom line, not necessarily just the bottom line on profit, but ultimately that consumer experience. The better they serve their customer the ultimate consumer, the easier it is for them to continue to build on that brand and bring that profitability to the bottom line. And to hear our valued clients talking about the merger in such a way that actually just, it warms my heart when you think
Absolutely.
about it.
And it's not just F.A. Schwartz. I mean, Williams-Sonoma is the same, Walgreens, Mars Music, Dick's Sporting Goods, you name it. Any of these kinds of clients that are in this B2C space, they need this.
Absolutely. You know, we've talked about a lot of different clients, a lot of different needs, going from the consumer back through the supply chain. We've talked about all the different disciplines that the new company will bring to bear. How are we going to balance this broad range of capabilities against our client base?
Well, I think balance is all about commitment. When you're committed to people, when you're committed to something that you're passionate about, that's the first and foremost thing that I believe that we bring to the table. We understand and we respect and we really want to inspire the most amazing collaboration with all of the different capabilities that we have. I don't look at it as a single discipline. I look at it as the opportunity for us to impact our clients. The lines are blurring now from technology and strategy as well as creative and brand. It used to be technology was nothing more than let's control costs, let's save money. Now it's all about we can make money with technology, we can inspire that type of opportunity, and we can impact the bottom line of our clients. But most importantly, I think, we're going to see a lot of pull-through and cross-sell, which is I believe, the two of the most amazing, if you will, phrases in consulting. How do we understand the bottom line impact? And it's all about, if we start with a brand, we know that we can drive a lot of technology. If we start with the strategy and internet enabling a business plan, we know that we can drive a lot of creative and marketing. But most importantly, we don't want the one-offs. So by bringing this together, we will inspire that collaboration, and it won't be about one versus the other, one being inferior and one being superior. It's all about standing strong together, as I said before, and working for the betterment of our clients. Everything else will work its way out, and I believe that absolutely.
Great. You know, that leads me into my next question, conveniently. You know, I can say that a big part of the positioning, the value proposition that we're putting together for the new company as part of the branding and marketing effort is that we have the industry's best and deepest talent in all of these different disciplines. And I'm just curious to know, to hear what you think about how are we going to be able to maintain that advantage in the marketplace?
Well, I think, it's key. Obviously, the talent is key. Some companies out there really making the trade-off that says integrating mediocre talent really well is the key to success. We don't believe that. We think we have to be best of breed in each of the things we do. Absolutely. And that we need to integrate that together at the client face in engagements that really shake up the client, really rock the boat for the client.
I agree 100%. I think this concept of mediocrity or just trying to put something together really quick that you pray and hope will last is the biggest farce in the world. I think the most important thing is if we have that balance and understand that we're creating new markets, we're actually reinventing companies right before the eyes of the marketplace and the eyes of our client. What we need to do is respect those talents, but also educate each other a little bit more. And how we inspire that is some commitments that we've made to our employees with our virtual university. I mean, we're going to provide 24/7 internet-enabled training, both from instructor-led, that's going to be working collaboratively with our alliance partners and different technology and different types of ideas and branding and strategy and so on. But equally as important, we'll have mentor programs, and we'll have different types of experiential learning and knowledge transfer with sophisticated knowledge management systems combined with the virtual learning that I think is going to create an amazing excitement between, I think right now we have 9,000 people, 9,000 professionals in our organization. And the more that we can learn from each other, the more we celebrate each other, the more excitement that we bring. So this is all about just kick-starting this whole thing off, celebrating what we believe is the most inspiring new company on this planet, and we're just going to have a blast. And that's really what it's all about right now.
For strategists, we got to create a world-class organization that works with career paths that make sense, the learning opportunities, the developmental opportunities. In the creative world, we're going to figure out how we use creative studios not only to leverage the entire quality of the creative up in this company, but to really reach out in other places in the company that don't have the benefit of that critical mass.
I agree, and for the technologists, what we have to do there is focus in on, we understand that that's the foundation of the new digital economy, but we want to make certain that we're training people so that based upon where they come from today, we provide them with more of a holistic approach most of the technologies. Cross-training, cross-disciplines, move them from one to the next. We're not going to be looking at pigeonhole a person that came from ERP and just, you're an ERP for the rest of your life, or CRM, or the extended supply chain, or even in a package area. The more they can participate in, if you will, the total design of the solution for the client, the more that they will be empowered then through our virtual university to be training in all of the different disciplines. And I think that's the benefit that we bring to our employees, and that's a benefit that we ultimately, I think, will realize for the betterment of our clients too.
Absolutely. We're designing businesses here, and then we're building them.
And I think, too, if we never take our focus off the client, if we know that what we're doing is for the betterment of the client, then I think it'll work out across the board. So I personally am very excited about this, and I hope that everybody else is as well, but I'm afraid that's all the time we have for the show. Any closing comments?
I'm excited, Sarah. I think Ian's excited.
I think so. I mean, there's a lot of people out there right now working really hard to make this new code come together. And there's a lot of focus on day one, but there's just as much focus right now on what we need to do to really put together this great new company that fundamentally empowers our people and delivers great work to the clients.
It's amazing. And actually, when you think about the last 8 to 12 weeks of what we've accomplished in just a short period of time, people don't even understand and appreciate out in the marketplace right now exactly what Ian's talking about. I mean, we've been working literally 100-hour weeks right now individually and collectively, and the balance that we still have is amazing to me. I know personally I'm spending as much time on integration as well as strategy and working with institutions as I am with clients. I've been brought into some of the most amazing clients both on Whitman Hart side and US Web CKS's side, and it is an amazing amount of work that's going on. We're winning new business as we are integrating the companies. We're winning new business as we're getting ready to close this merger in a couple of weeks, and everything is win-win-win new business, and then integration, operate, create the new company. That's what this is all about, and I cannot tell you how many times I'm seeing that great balance, and I'm not sure if everybody even realizes the balance that's going on because they're just doing it and they're just making it happen. And I think that's the benefit that we bring, is that we understand, to your point, that the client means everything. You know, we don't have anything unless we exceed the client's expectations, and I think that we're becoming a major force in this marketplace. If we all keep that client in the forefront of our mind, if we also understand that let's not worry about what our titles are right now, let's not worry about what it says on our business cards, let's focus on what's best for this company. And what's best for this company is that we all understand and respect each other, and most importantly is that we keep that client in the forefront of our mind. If we do that, we're going to win, and we're going to win in a big way, and we will create something that I think each and every individual, maybe they've worked for a great company, but I don't think they've worked for a company that's incredible, as credible as us. We're going to inspire some things that are inside everyone. You know, even though we have creative work or creative people that are in practices, I think there's creativity in every individual. And what we want to do is just want to bring that out. And so whether you're a strategist or whether you're a creative branding or marketing genius or whether you're a technology guru, we're going to inspire that creativity. And when you do that, clients are unbelievably inspired. I've seen, I've been working with the team from Saks Fifth Avenue. I've been working with the team that's bidding on great projects all over the place. With, as you said, the super shuttles and the AAR corporations, and you name them. Ian brought up a bunch of them. And every client, what they said when we walked out and said, my God, your team is jazzed. They're excited. They really like this stuff. And we're saying, yeah, I mean, we're working, we're focused on your ideas. I mean, you're bringing out that entrepreneurial spirit is really inspiring us to do better work. And so I think that is something that, despite all the things that have happened over the last 12 weeks, that's coming out like a shining light. And I think that's what the new company is going to be, a major shining light. There's been a lot of mainframe consulting companies out there, Y2K companies. There's been great individual advertising agencies and so many other creative brand companies, but no one's ever brought it together like this before. And we are going to do it, and we're going to do it unlike any other company in the world.
All right. I'm
Let's
inspired.
rock it. Absolutely.
With that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I'd especially like to thank Bob and Ian for joining me here today. And I want to make sure that you be sure to watch for more important announcements over the next few weeks as we prepare to close the merger. So if you're with US Web CKS, keep watching your email and log into Central frequently. And if you're with Whitman Hart, listen for broadcast voicemails, watch your email, and keep checking the OBS database. And keep those questions coming in. Send your questions to either merger@uswebckс.com or merger@whitmanhart.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.